Hi everyone! So I'm super excited today to talk to you guys all about my research project on Thailand's most stylistic dance, Khon. So a little background story about why I chose to research this topic. Before coming to this class, I had never thought about any sort of dance culture within the several countries that I've been to and been in. I thought about doing a project on Germany since I've lived there. So I lived there for 3 years. But then I remembered that I've already done a project on that. So I didn't want to do a project that would be most popular that a lot of people I think would do. And then I thought to myself, where else have you been, Shannon? Oh, you've been to Thailand. You should probably research that. That'd be really cool because I knew nothing about Thailand's culture um, at all. And I started researching it because also my dad's girlfriend is from Thailand, and him and his girlfriend both live in Thailand, which is also really neat. So I was like, that'd be really cool for you to research so you get to know more about her culture and just be more influenced by where she comes from. So I just found it super interesting stumbling upon Khon Dance. I was super excited to research it. So I hope you guys enjoy too.
So this dance is called Khon, and it has been derived from Indian dance like a Bharatanatyam background, and is incorporated into what we know as today as Thai's most stylistic form of dance. This dance is mainly performed as entertainment, and it tells a story. The main storyline that it follows is from the Hindu and Buddhist mythology stories, and it's combined with local traditions that the Thais base their dance upon. The story that is being told through most of the dances is from the Thailand epic poem called Ramakien. During the performance, there are musicians, singers, and narrators telling the story to accompany the performers. Before its appearance on the stage for entertainment, Khon was performed for high class in royalty courts to entertain the king and his royal subjects. Now it is performed on stage for everyone to see. Here's a picture of what it looks like. It's very extravagant. There's at least 300 characters performing on the stage at once. So that's also really cool. They just perform. The dance is typically performed on a proscenium stage, so that is where the stage is in front of the audience, and the audience is kind of pointed towards the stage for them to watch the performance. So the costumes that the performers wore very extravagant, and they're very interesting to look at. They have very bright, pretty colors. There's lots of gold and blues and purples. You can see here kind of the top of the costume for some of the performers. They have these beautiful headdresses that kind of look like a temple, and they have tassels and flowers hanging off of them. They wear a lot of jewelry, and their makeup is very prominent so that the people can see what kind of character they're playing. A lot of the performers that have the headdresses on are the performers that have the temple-like headdresses on are typically symbolizing deities or other gods. And then we see that there are other kinds of headdresses that are more shaped like a helmet, and those ones are more seen as monkeys or acrobatic type characters. These performers also symbolize demons. And Khon dance is really known for their masks that they wear. These masks are supposed to symbolize demons also, and they are very scary looking. Their faces are kind of smushed, and they have very bright eyes to express the facial features. We can see here that this mask is green, and it obviously looks like some kind of demon with the horns hanging out of it. The headdress also still coincides with the different colors that is typically seen on a Khon performer. Something else that's very commonly seen as a connection to Bharatanatyam is the way that the performers' hands are. Their movements are very similar with the flat, strong like hands, and they also symbolize or just picture like different meanings and symbols, just like the Bharatanatyam Indian dance. We can see here that this woman's hands are very strong and like pointed, and her back is kind of arched, just like the Indian dances are as well. And she is also wearing the headdresses and the very bright, pretty colors, and she also has like a lot of jewelry on. But you can tell that like this dance is very reliant on that. The performers typically start at a young age dancing. Depending on their body type, depends on what character they would play in this performance. And depending on that, so like if they have like very athletic bodies, they would probably play like a monkey or something, the more acrobatic character. And if they were like taller or like thinner, they would probably play a deity or another kind of human. Something else that's very prominent in the Khon traditional dance is the gender roles that's played within them. Men actually used to dance before the women did. Like it'd be like the Shakespearean theory, where the guy would play both male and female parts. But now the women also are able to participate, and they can play the male parts as well as the men play the female parts.
Now that you guys are Khon gurus, I put a video on here for you guys to watch. This is a Khon performance, so I hope you enjoy it. guys is just like a little tutorial video of how the students learn how to do Khon, like what they have to do and how it impacts them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that too.
We were privileged this year to have a teacher from the Chiang Mai College of Dance, Kru A, come to Prem and teach my drama students the art of traditional Thai masked dance drama called Khon. He taught the students the various techniques of footwork, handwork and choreography, and it was quite an exciting opportunity for the students to learn about the traditional theatre form of the host country here, Thailand.
So firstly, with Kua, we were introduced to the story and the different characters, and then we started doing different activities such as pole dancing. We were also introduced to like stretching your hands to make it nice and pretty for when you perform. And then we learned about the 3 different types of characters, which is the yak and the royal ones, which were like supposed to be really smooth, and then the monkeys.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun learning about Khon Dance and the new traditions that I will hopefully be invited into, since my dad's girlfriend is Thai, and she knows all about this stuff too, so that's really cool. But I had a lot of fun in this class, and I learned a whole lot about just new cultures and even my own culture. But yeah, bye.